I was able to get access to over $250,000 by the time I was 20 years old. In this video, I'm going to show you how I did it and hopefully how you can do it too to be able to use that credit to grow your Amazon business. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So this credit line that I was get in total over $250,000 by the time I was 20 years old is really mainly due to credit cards. So in this video, I'm going to go over what those cards were, tips for getting approved for those, and how to best utilize that credit line responsibly in order to actually be able to leverage it and make money on Amazon. So the first card that I got was the Amex Plum card. This is a really good card to get because it helps get your foot in the door with American Express, and it also allows flexibility for extra time to pay back. So this card is kind of lacking in the rewards. You can only get a 1.5% early pay discount, but it's a really great way to grow your credit line, and you have 60 days to repay it, which is a really big perk. What's great about this card is it's an expanding credit line, which was really huge and helpful for me in getting that massive credit line of $250,000 at an early age. So they started me off with around a $13,000 credit limit. And this card doesn't have like a hard cap. So the more you're going to use, the more you're going to pay back, the higher that credit line is going to go. So they started me off with around 13. I paid that back. Then it went up to 20, 30, and so on until eventually I was able to get around a $150,000 credit line with American Express. From the Plum, I next got the Platinum card through Amex. This card has a ton of great benefits, cash back, free lounges, benefits on travel. But again, we're talking about utilizing this in order to continue to expand your credit line. I saw my credit line, I would say almost double whenever I got this. So I had the Plum and then the Platinum. I was paying back on the Plum. They saw that I was good there. And then I was able to get the Platinum as well to continue to increase my spending line. And this card, again, has a no hard cap. So the more you spend and pay back, the higher your credit line will go. And then same thing with gold, no hard cap. So the more you spend and pay back, the higher your line is going to go. I get this card as well. So then between the three cards, I was able to have over $150,000.
Meanwhile,
one quick note here is that there is a risk that they will eventually give you a hard cap. So myself and some of my other friends in the space, they did eventually give us a hard cap to where now I'm only able to spend around $41,000 in the Plum. But my total credit line between all the cards and my available credit is over $150,000 with Amex. And that amount should continue to grow as I'm spending and then paying it back. Next card that I got was this Spark 2% Cash Plus with Capital One. They started me off with around $50,000, so higher credit line, I believe, because I had that relationship with Amex. So that was on my business credit report already. But now I'm able to spend over $100,000 in this card as well. So that brings the total to over $250,000 credit line. Yeah, so those are the four primary business cards that I use. Next up, I want to go over kind of the responsible ways to use that and how you can maximize your benefits while minimizing your risk. So before we dive into that, I just want to say if you are a new Amazon seller, this is not for you. You should not be leveraging any kind of debt until you really have a great grasp of how to read Keepa and how to really run a successful Amazon business. That being said, you can still utilize credit cards to take advantage of perks and cash back, free travel, all that stuff. Just don't spend any money that you don't have. Don't be leveraging any kind of debt to buy inventory until you have a really good foundation for how to successfully run an Amazon business. What we like to do is rotate through the Amex Platinum and the Capital One Spark Cash card. The reason we do that is because they offer the best rewards and they also have statement dates that line up well. Our Spark card hits around the 10th, the statement does, and the Amex Platinum is going to hit around the 25th. So what we like to do is just kind of rotate back and forth between those two. So whenever the Spark statement hits on the 10th, then we start using it on the 11th because that statement just reset. And then we're using it from the 11th basically through around the 25th. So we're using it for about 2 weeks. Then whenever the Amex Platinum statement hits on the 25th, we'll start using it on the 26th because that amount just reset. And then we'll use that for about 2 weeks until the 10th hits again. The reason we do this is to go back and forth and maximize being able to earn rewards while also giving more longevity to have to pay back that amount that we're spending on the card. With this cycle, we have 5 to 6 weeks to pay back the inventory that we're buying, while also maximizing our earning results as well. And that is it, how I was able to get over $250,000 access to credit at a pretty young age. And that's just my credit cards. I'm able to get others through like my Amazon loan and things like that. But really the moral of the story is pick a company, start with them, show that you're trustworthy, pick a card like the Plum that has no hard cap. So that way, when you pay it back, your amount of credit line is going to grow. And then once you're able to get a credit line, start looking into ways that you can maximize your systems to be able to get the cash back and everything like that. I'm going to put links for these cards all down below so that you can sign up and get an extra bonus. And this is a topic that I really feel is beneficial for scaling Amazon sellers to learn. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to DM me on Instagram at Logan Altenberger so that we can discuss them, and I'd be happy to help you more.